Hey y'all, and welcome back to The Real Spiel, okay? Today, I got on my little orange, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know what month this is. And if you don't, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more festive, okay? Because the holidays have begun, baby, okay? Now, one thing about me, I don't like no cold weather, but I love a good holiday, all right? All right, so today's topics are gonna be Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I know everybody is tired of hearing about them, but I just feel like I never really put my full 2 cents in on that situation, so I'm gonna do that today. And from there, we're gonna talk about whether or not you can disassociate an artist's actions from their music. Tory Lanez decided to take it upon himself and take light in this moment of darkness to do with him and Megan, okay? And then make an album. And I truly understand Tory Lanez's stance on this, because I'm sure he felt like, okay, well, everybody waiting on my side of the story, so let me try to capitalize off this. If they sitting around waiting on my side of the story, then that means more of them are more likely to listen to my album because they want to hear what I have to say. But let's be real, baby, we don't really care that much what you got to say. And you know, like, these are my biggest things about the Tory Lanez and Megan situation. Number one, I just feel like no matter what way people try to flip, split, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, there is no good reason for that man to have shot her 3 times. 3 times. If it ain't her ransacking your mama house, I don't understand what you're shooting her for. I'm real confused, okay? Let's address the fact that Tory Lanez is not a top tier artist. No, he is not. I can do without him. Like, he don't tickle my fancy. Like, granted, I do like Tory Lanez a little bit. Some of his songs he snapped on, I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, I would pick Ty Dolla $ign over him any day. Okay, I would pick Gunna over him any day. Any other singing rapper, I would pick over Tory Lanez. First of all, the fact that you had to make an album to pretty much tell your side of the story and get us to listen to your upcoming album because you knew we wasn't gonna listen to it because you'd be out here shooting bitches. You know, the fact that you did that let us know that you're not as big as you think you are. But I think the main thing that we need to realize here is that every single avenue so far has pointed to Tory, including the fact that he made this whack ass album to try to explain himself, but then still didn't really explain anything. And then on top of him not really explaining anything, he sat on there and pretty much disrespected her for song after song after song. So what part of this is supposed to make us look at you differently? I need to know. But I would say the most disgusting thing that I've noticed, besides Tory and the way he decided to do things, it was just totally wrong. It was very distasteful. It was very selfish and self-serving. And he really just didn't seem sympathetic at all. Even if he wasn't the one who shot her, he just didn't seem like, you know what I'm saying, concerned at all. But I would say the most distasteful thing out of this whole situation for me has to be the way men are responding to this. And when I say this, I'm not saying all men, because all men do not think the same way, but a lot of y'all are out here making the comment that, like, literally somebody could bring up the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation and niggas would be like, oh, well, I need to hear Tory's side of the situation first before I make an opinion. You need to hear somebody who shot somebody 3 times. You need to hear their story. If it was your mama, would you need to hear the story? If it was your sister, if it was your girl, would you need to hear the other person's story that shot them 3 times? No, you would not. So I think that's really disgusting, because I just think that you guys don't understand the type of stigma that puts women under, if that makes sense. Like, even for like rape cases and things like that, do you not understand how much we have to go through to prove that something happened to us, rather than just, you know, being able to speak our truth? Like, literally something happened to a woman and it's like, oh, he raped you. So I'm gonna need to hear that storyline over and over and over again so that I can add it up in my head and decide whether I think it's true. Like, huh? What? Like, it's like, even with rape can be a little shaky because, you know, unless they come to the police or something right away, it's a lot of times very hard to basically prove that they actually happened, because it's basically one person's word against another. Unless you have some type of bite wounds, some type of scratch wounds, you know, something of that nature, you can very well go home with an unsolved case because, you know, they can't pretty much put a smoking gun to the case. Versus in Tory Lanez's situation, the nigga gun, the bullets were from his gun. They have that. You feel what I'm saying? The only other people there was the best friend and the bodyguard. And if it was the bodyguard, I'm pretty sure she would have just said it was the bodyguard. I just really don't see her lying, because it's just like, I don't get what the point of it would be. Sir, if you shot Megan Thee Stallion and you got on there and made a whole album in the midst of all these things going on with you know, racial crimes against black women specifically, and you come out with this bullshit album, something is wrong, and you deserve to be deported back to Canada. Go back to your hometown. What would Drake say? Go back to the 6, because that's where you need to be, okay? Let's move on to the next topic, which is, you know, can you disassociate an artist's actions from his music? Now, I think this is a very interesting topic, because I feel like I debate this all the time with people. And to me, I feel like it's always very up and down, because, you know, for example, I did a poll last week, and I basically asked people what they thought about it. Yes, you can disassociate an artist's actions from his music. That won, okay? But it was neck and neck all day. Like, it only won by like a couple percent. Like, I'm just being honest. First of all, I feel like everybody loves to do this cancel culture thing where they're so happy to like cancel people every single time they do something. But I'm gonna be real with you. That sound all good and dandy until we fuck around and cancel every single good artist we got, and then we ain't got nothing to listen to. Okay? Because I refuse to sit up here and listen to country music because I can't listen to none of these rappers. Okay? I'm just saying, sir, I absolutely love some old R. Kelly music. Okay? That is... okay, I love it. But people love to basically, every time I post R. Kelly or I say something about some old music of his or something like that, they're like, oh, you listen to R. Kelly, oh my gosh, you shouldn't be supporting him and you shouldn't be blah, blah, blah. First of all, there are plenty of artists out here that have done some ridiculous things that y'all still, in fact, support. So I think that's like so crazy that y'all like to pick and choose certain artists that y'all want to be hard down so hard on, but then other artists you want to be like, oh, well, you know, no, baby, it's the same thing. Like, for example, Tory Lanez shoots Megan Thee Stallion 3 times in her foot, allegedly, because we don't know 100%, but 90% is in the direction that he shot her, okay? So with that being said, y'all are over here like, oh, well, I need to hear Tory Lanez's side of the story, right? Right? Oh, I need to see what the circumstances are and blah, 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 blah. Right? That's what y'all saying. But y'all also sat up here and chastised Chris Brown to this day for hitting Rihanna. You feel what I'm saying? Which it was absolutely wrong. But get this, they were in a whole fight. She admitted to putting her hands on him. You feel what I'm saying? And y'all still to this day have never let that situation go. But then Tory Lanez literally shoots somebody 3 times, and somehow y'all need to hear the whole story, or y'all need more information. I don't understand. It don't make sense. What about Mystical? I bet y'all don't even know why his career ended. His career ended literally because he invited his hairstylist over to his house, accused her of stealing $80,000 from him, or $8,000, or however much money it was, and then proceeded to rape her and invite all his friends over so they can all gang rape her, and they did it on video. And the only reason he got caught to this day was because it was on video. Let's talk about Kodak Black. Kodak Black literally had like 2 or 3 sexual assault, rape cases or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? I can't remember whether it was sexual assault or rape. Y'all look it up. But the point is, like, what? Y'all need to hold all these motherfuckers accountable then. Because literally, I feel like every artist be doing some wild, a lot of these artists be doing wild stuff. And it's as bad as it sounds, like, are you really about to cancel your whole playlist? No. Like, I feel like you can listen to an artist and absolutely not agree with nothing that they're talking about. Like Kanye West. I feel like Kanye West's old music is awesome. Like, I love it. I definitely would still listen to it to this day. As an individual, I have never cared for. I've never cared for his opinions and the way he carried himself, the things that he say and do. I've never been a fan of it. T.I. I love T.I.'s music, but that man do not respect women. He just do not respect women. I have sat here and watched this man on national television tell his wife that she need to shut the fuck up about him cheating on her because he paid the bills. What do that mean? What do you mean, sir? 6ix9ine out here snitching on every nigga in the universe and jail, and people still like him. XXXTentacion literally tried to rape his baby mama with a pitchfork. A pitchfork, okay? And people still out here talking about some, he's kind of good, he's still earned it. Now, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I feel like y'all don't do things equally. Y'all want to cancel certain artists, but y'all want to keep other artists. And it's just like, no. Trey Songz out here peeing on women. Y'all canceling him? No. That just be my thought passage. Like, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's, you know, if you are one of those people who can absolutely cut out an artist because you don't support the things that they do in their personal life or things that they've done, you know what I'm saying? I absolutely commend that. Like, 1,000%, because that shows how much like discipline and that you have with your principles. And I like that. But for me personally, I just feel like if I like a song, I like a song. If I like your talent, I like your talent. Does that mean that I support the things that you do and the things that you stand for? Absolutely not. And people do always make the good point that, like, basically, if you're listening to their music, if you're downloading their stuff, then you're putting money into their pockets because you're streaming everything that they're doing, you know, which is ultimately paying them. That's absolutely a fact. Me personally, I'm going to continue to listen to whoever I want to listen to, because at the end of the day, this is entertainment. This is an entertainment business, and their job is to entertain us. And I'm not basing my music preferences off of what somebody does in their free time. For example, goddamn NBA Youngboy. I literally was so against NBA Youngboy when he first came out. I thought he was just as ignorant as can be. And on top of that, he had 4 kids at like 17. Why? And then got herpes after that, and now he got a 5th, and like a 6th child on the way now, because he had 5 last time I checked before goddamn Floyd Mayweather's daughter got pregnant. So like, he is the ghetto, okay? For real, that's a fact. But when I actually gave his music a chance, I actually do really like his music. So I feel like it's easy to straight up be like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna cancel somebody, da 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 da. But if you like what they put out, if you like what they're talented for, what they produce, then it is what it is. I feel like that's ultimately your choice, whether or not you want to listen to somebody. Now, I feel like it's a little different when it comes to like stores or things like that. Like you do not, I'm sure you can find whatever you find at one store at another store. Versus music, I don't think you can absolutely find what you find in certain artists in another artist. Like, I don't think I can find Drake in any other artist, and I'm just saying that. But, you know, I don't think I can find that in any other artist. I feel like every artist has its own sound, every artist has its own purpose, and I feel like there's different people for different types of sound. And I really think it's just to each his own, and I feel like everybody should just relax on that, because they love to like, ain't you supposed to be canceling this person? Ain't you supposed to be this and that? I mean, shit, y'all was watching Roseanne for 20 damn years before y'all realized she was racist, even though there was literal racist cases year after year after year. So it's just like, I don't understand why y'all like to pick and choose when y'all want to make something a big deal. And y'all need to stop shaming the people that are listening to Tory Lanez album, because if they like Tory Lanez album, they like Tory Lanez album. And I'm gonna be real, Tory Lanez album was actually not a bad album. It really was not a bad album. I was like, okay. Did I download any of them songs? Absolutely not, though, because I don't want to sit here and listen to him talk about shooting Megan Thee Stallion all day. That was disrespectful and just crazy. It was crazy. The whole thing was just crazy and ridiculous. And I just feel like it shouldn't have been put on no song. Sorry, if you had something to say, you should have just came out and said it. And you didn't come out and say anything that was worthwhile, I feel like. All you did was basically come out and say, I didn't do it. And somehow we were supposed to just magically run with that. Yeah, he said he didn't do it, so let's just take that. No, it's not how that works. But that was my 2 cents on that. Y'all let me know down below what you thought about this video. Do you think that I'm absolutely tripping? I don't know. But let me know. And thanks so much for tuning in, guys. To talk again soon. And thanks so much for tuning in to The Real Spiel. All right? Good night.